Welcome back to the channel, ladies and gentlemen. This is going to be a little different, and I want you to like, share, and subscribe. And if you're a YouTuber, please send this to another YouTuber. Please share it. I'm here to address the issues of contract. I just want like Colaz and his team to understand this. And I'm talking about Colaz because um, I really like what he's doing, and I see a lot of bad mind getting active, and bad mind tends to get active when there is money being made. So yeah, I want Colors to see this, and I want other YouTubers to see this, and I want them to share it. Now, the reason why I'm going to address the topic of contract is because in Jamaica, a lot of times people are not used to doing contracts. But anytime you're getting into any kind of business, you should definitely, absolutely do a contract. Absolutely. Start teaching these youngsters about contract. Before you get into anything, do a contract. Get an attorney and come up with a standard contract. And anybody you're getting into business with, they have to sign a contract. And the reason why I'm saying this, at one point, I was watching Kor Smith. Like I say, he's a very good dude. And I saw a certain member came around, and this member, I don't want to say he or she because I don't want to give any negative vibes about anyone. I was telling my brother, this person does not look happy. And I'm thinking it's because money is floating around. And when people start seeing money floating around, this is where a problem comes into play. Now, what needs to happen, and I'm not sure if Colors have a contract or not, but my brother, if you don't, please please start doing that, because you have a great channel, and don't allow anyone to bring it down. But when you have a contract, people have to abide by the contract. Okay. Um, if someone agrees that you're going to pay them 10 cents, and these are just hypothetical numbers. Obviously, you can't pay anyone 10 cents. That's what they agree to. In the world of everything that you do, music, television, films, everything is done by a contract. And one thing I want you to let all these members understand is that everybody does not get the same pay. All right? You pay people according to their talent. So if someone is very talented, you're going to get more pay versus the person who is less, talent. Sometimes you just have a person on the channel because you like them, or they're a friend of the family, or your personal friend, and you just want to, bring them on the channel. You can't pay this person the same money as you pay the highly skilled and talented member. That's a no-no. You have to establish these things. And a common thing I see, because I saw this with another famous YouTuber, and they split. That's probably going to be another subject for another day. But team members, you're not entitled to half the money. You're not. Don't sit around and watch your boss making money and think you're entitled to a half of that money. You're not entitled to half the money. Okay? And that's the big mistake that a lot of these YouTubers are making. They're bringing in these team members, and they come there, and then after a while, these channels, they fall apart because these youngsters or oldsters, whatever they are, all of a sudden think that they are the star and they're entitled to half that money. No, you're not. And I'm not going to call names of store, but take a department store, for example, one of these big, massive, giant department store. You go in there and you apply for a job. They hire you as a cashier or a stock person, whatever. And you're making your $15 or $20 an hour. And the store is making millions of dollars. Are you entitled to half the money? No. So why a little YouTuber like Kor Smith start his channel, and I'm assuming he's making money, and then people around looking like he's making all this money, and I'm not even sure if he's making a lot of money, and they think that, oh, he's buying cars and he's doing this. He can do whatever he wants with his money. When you get your pay, you do whatever you want with your money. But you're not entitled to half the man's money. It's his channel. It's his business. It's a business. Just like the big department store. So just because he's making money and you sitting around, you see him buying cars, you see him doing this, you see him doing charity, you see him making donations, you're not entitled to any of it. And he can do whatever he wants with his money. That's his money. You cannot sit around and think you're entitled to half his money. No business work like that. Take a movie, for example, whether or not it's the big screen or just regular television. Sometimes you look at some actors and they're telling you the reason they quit the show is because they were getting $50,000 an episode, and another person was making $500,000 an episode. That's the way of it. So, okay, you don't want 25 an episode, and you're looking at the other person who is making 500,000 an episode. You quit, which is fine. That's your prerogative. You can quit, you can do whatever, and you move on. And sometimes you pick up another job that pays you what you want, or even more. Or you can't get another job because you got blacklisted because people say, okay, you're difficult to work with, or they're not willing to pay you what you want, and then you realize that you're not that marketable. You don't really deserve what you're asking for, and you might become very humble and start back at the bottom and work your way up. So under no circumstance, Kor Smith has to feel like he's wronging anyone, or he's doing bad things to anyone, even if, and I don't know, but I hear little rumors, even if he's not paying them what they think they should be getting paid. It doesn't work like that. You don't get a half the man's money. That's his business, and he employ you just like any other business would employ someone. So you're not entitled to a half. There are famous things on television. Like I say, I'm not going to call names of these shows because I know I'm not sure if I can. And you see where these singers are telling you they have 2 #1 songs on the radio and this and that, and they're doing sold out shows of thousands in arenas, but they don't have anything to show for it. That's what goes on. And then they'll tell you that they had poor contracts, because they were new in the business. They signed very poor contracts, and they don't end up making a lot of money, and that's how it goes. So it's no different from a Kor Smith doing his thing, and he's making money, and he's buying his car, and he's doing this and he's doing that. Bad mind should not be active. But if you don't teach these youngsters about contracts from an early age, they're not going to understand it. They're going to sit around, and at some point, they're going to display negative attitude and the bad mind thing that we talk about, because they really think that they're entitled to more money. Of course, as things goes by, you have to increase people's pay, because once they mature into bigger superstars or whatever, then you can increase their money and give them a little more, and you're still not giving them a half. You increase it, And the same thing, you do another contract, and if they accept it, they accept it. If they don't, then you move on. There's always another youngster out there waiting for an opportunity, and that's just how business goes. Movies, television, music, whatever kind of business you do, that's just the way it is. And I'm supporting Kor Smith, and that's why I'm using him, because, like I said, I don't know the depths of what goes on in his business, but because, you know, of what's going on lately, I picked his side because I realized this brother is a godsend for many youngsters, and he's out there helping, and I don't want anyone to do anything to bring him down, and that's why I'm feeding this information, and hopefully he uses it, if he doesn't already know, because he probably already knows, but I'm not sure if he's using these in the principles of his business. But if he's not, I hope he takes a few cues from here and use it to restructure his business. Because believe it or not, it's a business. You know, it might seem like it's a vlog channel and they're doing this and that, but it's a business. And you have to treat this like a business. So if you're not, I would implore you to really start teaching these youngsters contract, and let these youngsters know at the start what you are paying them, what you can afford to pay them, so that no matter what, when they come in, if their money can only buy a bicycle, they buy a bicycle. And if your money can buy you top of the line Mercedes or whatever, that's your money. Nobody should be looking around and, you know, getting vexed and doing all kind of stuff because you live in your life and you're doing your thing, and they think you're doing this and that, and them, you know, only I get a piece of the pie. Yeah, you should be happy with a piece of the pie, because that's how business works. You go down to any business and you apply for a job, they're giving you tuppence, right? They're giving you crumbs. And you're not complaining. You're not crying. Because if you cry, all they're going to do is terminate you. They're going to fire you. So don't try to bring this brother down like this brother is not doing this or he's not doing that. This brother, I mean, you name it. And I'm not saying he didn't make mistakes. I don't know. He probably did and he probably didn't. But at the same time, don't bring the brother down, okay? He's helping the community and you should support him. All right, so like I say, I have more to say. It's probably going to be in another video. And that's what we're going to do at this point. So like I say, I want you to like, share, and subscribe, right? Send this to another YouTuber. Send it to everyone so that they understand how this works. And they don't have to be afraid to implement their policies and procedures when they are involving other youngsters in their podcasts or their vlogging or whatever it may be. Share this with them. Let them understand. Don't be afraid. Let people know this is what it is up front, so that there's no hidden agenda and they can't come back 2 weeks and beg with you or nothing because you already told them this is what it is. So until next time, stay safe. Be loving and care for your fellow man. Be peaceful. See you next time.